Hey everyone, John here! And there have been some pretty major changes to the Nintendo eShop, and I was fortunate enough to have recorded the eShop 2 days ago. So we have all the charts from just 2 days ago on the 28th of April. And let's just go through this chart real quick. And as you can see, there's a pretty consistent theme that games that are very highly on sale, we're talking 95% off, 90% off, 80% off, they are the ones dominating the chart. And that is actually changed now. One very important thing to notice is right at the bottom here in the small text. It says these are the software titles with the most downloads for the past 2 weeks. Now let's boot up the current eShop, the red one. Here it is. Red icon now to mirror the Switch 2. So the eShop is red now. Is it faster? No. But there's still been a pretty radical change. God, it's so hard just to move around. So here we are at the charts. And as you can see here, compared to just 2 days ago, the charts are pretty darn different. But let's keep scrolling. Let's keep going all the way to the bottom and read what that small text says now. These are the software titles with the highest sales for the past 3 days. So not 2 weeks, 3 days. And now it's not about most downloads, it's about the highest sales. So what this is now is it's no longer about which games have the most downloads. It's about which games have made the most money, most dollar amount, most pound amount, most euro amount. So now we scroll through these, and most of these games are not on sale. Some of them were. We know Lego City was down for £4 as of 2 days ago, and that's now £50 again. So a lot of people clearly bought that game at £4, but you scroll through this, and it's like, where are the indies? Like, let's just have a little look at what game is indie and what game isn't. So, no indies. No indies. No indies. No indies. No indies. Stardew Valley. No indies. No indies. Stardew Valley's the only indie game in there now, because it's sold at a lower price and therefore cannot have the highest dollar amount unless it sells crazy amounts. We can go to download exclusives, of course, where you'll find most of your indie games, although we're still scrolling past a few more AAA download exclusives. But there you go, Croc, number 4, and our favorite indie Football Manager. So it has actually made it quite difficult for indie games to appear in the charts now, which is a bad thing, clearly, but it also does a very big thing, which is de-emphasize the slop. If we were to go to recent releases, you will see that we are still rolling around in slop when it loads. Actually, this stuff isn't really... Well, there you go. Squirrel Madness, a clear reskin of the Squirrel with a Gun game. And yeah, slop is still in high order, as you can see. But AAA Clock, their entire business strategy is about being on sale. They are always like £14, £30 discounted to £1. And that is to play the charts, play the sales. And there's another big change, and it's in current offers. Usually, slop reigns supreme, but as you can see, this is still dictated heavily by the charts. So we'll have to scroll for a while until we find some genuine slop. Let's see how long it takes. We're still going. I haven't really seen slop. Might take us a while because of how slow the eShop is, but there really isn't any slop jumping at us. I don't know if I am busy digging a hole is slop. You let me know. It's hard to tell sometimes, but I'm not seeing any clear signs of something just being AI shovelware, you know? Like, this is pretty good. Although we are running into the problem of a lot of this is not indie. A lot of this is AAA. So it has made discoverability for indie games a little bit tougher, unless you're a high priority one. There you go. We finally found our sloppy game, and pretty low down at that. But still, you keep scrolling, and the bulk of these... I mean, I'm not so sure about Airport Manager Simulator 2025 or my Universe Discovery Collection, but you keep going, and a lot of these are genuinely good games. So yeah, I think this is a good change all in all. Kind of. It's a good change for the discoverability from a consumer when it comes to not waving through waves and waves of bad games. But it also has a big knock-on effect of making indies really hard to find. Let's go to the Discover tab a moment. Like, is it going to throw an indie at us? Nintendo, Minecraft, Nintendo. I guess that's an indie, yeah. Nintendo. No. No is the answer. No, they are not going to throw an indie at us. But the current offers and charts are now far more curated to what is popular and what is selling the most at the highest price. So whether you think that's a good thing or not, that's up to you, really. I'm mixed. I'm very mixed. I think there's a lot of good in here, but there's also, like, how are indies meant to stand out other than pushing themselves on social media now? It's tricky. It's a very tricky balance. No real winner here, apart from defeating the slump, which is a win. But let me know what you think about this whole revised eShop, and in a month, not only will we have all of these revisions, but we'll have an entirely refined eShop, which is way, way faster than this god-awful thing. So, anyway, let me know what you think, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.